Hello. So basically, I got curious about what my community thought about climate change, so I decided to go ask some people. This is the Westcott Cultural Fair in Syracuse, New York on Sunday, September 22nd, 2024. A celebration of artistry, community, music, food, and more. So the perfect place for diverse opinions about my question, which is... So, what is the first word you think of when you think of climate change?
Heat.
Heat?
Heat.
Okay, thank you.
Concern.
Concerning?
Inevitable.
Inevitable.
First thing I thought of was destruction. Fucked. I don't know.
Sadness.
Sadness.
Yeah.
And you, Harper?
Yeah, sadness.
Sadness? Alright, thank you guys so much. Yeah.
Impending.
Impending.
Yeah.
You can... Climate?
Fire. Heat.
Fire. Heat. And what was yours?
Melting. Pollution?
Disaster.
Carbon, like greenhouse, carbon emissions and greenhouse gases.
Okay, and destroy for you. Heat.
Fear.
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 Disastrous.
Disastrous.
Scary.
Yeah.
Hot.
In terms of like what we do for school,
Yeah.
I think of design.
Interesting.
I think destruction.
I think of danger.
Polar bear.
So what is the first word that you think of when you think of climate change?
Repurpose.
Think of adaptability.
Environment.
Environment.
Biodiversity.
The first word that I could think of about climate change is, well, I guess like change.
Hot? Fair enough.
Sad.
Sad. Death.
My first word was anxiety.
Anxiety.
My second word was solutions. I think the first word I think of is community.
Immunity? Interesting.
Heat.
Heat.
I thought of people. I think of the animal life, you know? As things changes in the environment, animals are endangered and we need to protect them. And we ourselves as humans, we owe everything to the animals and we owe it to the plants.
Tree.
Tree.
Yes. I
Interesting.
think of the Lorax. I'm the Lorax, I speak for the tree.
Sad.
Sad. What did you say?
Weather.
Weather.
Wow. I think it would be justice, because ultimately climate change is about a small group of very rich people, or small group of nations of very rich people, and you know, we can turn on the AC, we can close the shades, we can hide from the heat, for instance, but people everywhere else, they don't have those options.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, the highest burden is being put on people with the least choices, but they also have the least to do with it. So I really feel like it's the best instance of injustice in the world. And really all systems of oppression and inequality feed into that one, this big overarching problem.
Important. I mean,
Important.
I think hot.
Hot.
Has been around.
Yeah, that's
heat, or I think of white because of the polar caps.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
What is the first word you think of when you think of climate change?
Saving me animals from Australia.
Oh, really?
Koalas.
Koalas. Okay.
Yeah. My koalas back home in Australia are not doing too good and stuff like that all over the place back in Australia. A lot of koalas are dying and fading out because of the way things are going.
Looking back on all those interviews, I was expecting many of the responses surrounding heat and fear, but I was pleasantly surprised by all the people that thought of caring for the natural world or offering solutions to this vast problem. I also want to give kudos to the justice response for giving a great on-the-spot explanation of the added nuance we face in the context of climate justice. No matter what way you look at it, climate change is on everyone's mind. And my intention with this video is to bridge the gap of our varied understanding of this complex and quite frankly daunting issue. Before I wrap this up, I have just 2 more interviews that I want to show that I particularly like because they look towards an inspiring direction. Here they are.
One word that you think of when you think of climate change.
I have like a
Yeah.
fear, honestly.
Fear.
I want to say hope, but I feel like I don't have to elaborate on that. I think it makes sense.
So the question is, what is the first word that you think of when you think of climate change?
Hope, probably.
Hope.
Hope.
Okay.
I think it's easy to think of sad things and to try and think about all the bad things that are happening right now, but I think we go to a school where there's a lot of people who have a lot of really good intentions and a lot of people who are really striving to change the world, and so it's easier to look around at all of the people and all of my friends and peers around me and see hope instead.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful and a good way of viewing it. Thank you.
Between all the doom and gloom we see on the topic of climate change, I think this is a really important perspective to have. Some may say to be hopeful is to be naive, yet how I see it is we're all simply human, each with our own passions and dreams, and as we look forward, if we imagine our future to be over before it becomes, we set our fate before it's sealed. That's why I believe hope is so essential, because it gives us the power to imagine a better tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and please, go find some hope.